Hello, good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good morning. Today is 8th of April. So I want us today to use Bollinger Bands indicator for analysis. So to find Bollinger Bands, you need to go to Insert and then go to Indicators and then go to Trends. Let me show you. Just a second. Sorry. Just a second. Let me align my screen so that you're able to see what I'm referring to. Just a second. Correct. So now to see your charts, to see the indicator itself, go to Insert, Indicators, and then go to Trend, and then you have to choose here Insert, Indicators, Trend, and then you choose here Bollinger Bands, and then you click OK. We'll use the default settings, or you can go to here, this plus sign, then you go to Trends, and then you go to Bollinger Bands. Either way, you'll still end up with the same indicator. So that's simply how we add the indicator. We have on our screen now. This is how we'll use it. As long as the price is above the middle band, that means we are in an active uptrend. And if the price breaks below the middle band, as long as it remains below that middle band, the middle band is this one. This is the upper band and this is the lower band. So as long as the price is held below the middle band, we do expect a continuation to the lower side. Basically, the price needs to break below 1690.78, continue much lower. So if the price should break below 1690.78, expect a continuation to the lower side, at least up to 1535.64. And if the price bounces off from this level, 1690.78, then we do expect a move up to 1862.50, where if it breaks above, we do expect a move even higher up to around 2049.81. Our next chart is SP500. This is very much to the upper side. I don't recommend a sell on this chart. You can see what happened from when the price broke above at this instance. This was last year. The price continued massively to the upper side. It even touched the upper band. It pulled back, touched the lower band, continue up, then touch the middle band again. As we're speaking now, the price has not been able to touch the middle band from last year. So this means we are still in an active uptrend. We still expect price to continue to the upper side. The idea in this case will be to wait for price to pull back, maybe up to somewhere around this point. So if the price can pull back nicely up to around 3936.3, then that should give us the ideal place to look for a buy from. That's what we want. We want price to pull back maybe up to 3936.3 or up to the middle band so that we can pick a buy position. Our next chart is Brent oil. So Brent oil, so far we took a buy some few days ago. This is on Monday. As we are speaking now, the price is still upwards. I want to add like a martingale trades for this. I've added a buy. My stop loss is somewhere here. My take profit is fixed at the top, which is this. So if the price should close below the tip of this long candle, then that will now mean we're downwards. If the price should close below the tip of this candle, then that will mean we are in an active downtrend. But if the price comes back up and closes beyond this black line, then that should mean we are now heading to the upper side. So the idea will be to expect more movements to the upper side, expect price to continue up, at least up to around 71.64. Our next chart is Euro USD. Euro USD has gone up to the level where we expected it to go up to. This is a very good place to look for a sell from. We have around 1.1923. As long as the price does not clearly break and close beyond it, then that should be a good place to look for a sell from. So I want to recommend a sell as we're speaking now. That sell would be like not mature enough to be taken. Instead, wait for price to close around 1.1923, then pick a sell position from that point. Expect that sell to take us up to around 1.1617. Our next chart is this USD/JPY. This is a very significant correction. You can see what happened. We had a very good trend line all the way. Then the price broke above it. It came back up to the same place. It's still coming back down. So what we want to happen is we want price to attempt breaking below this level, this trend line, but then it should end up closing above it. So we want that if the next week opens, the price should attempt going below this point, but then it should end up closing above. If that happens, then that will mean we are expecting a continuation upwards up to around 111.64, where if the price descends and closes below this trend line, then that should confirm that we are now in a downtrend. So I hope that makes sense. We'll move forward to our next symbol, GBP/USD. So GBP/USD should be a buy. As we are speaking now, this should be a very good buy. We have this here. We have a very good support here. We don't expect price to close below this trend line. By the end of this week, we don't expect price to close below this level, especially this the line which I've just drawn. We don't expect price to close below it. Actually, we want to see a close beyond this level so that we can pick a buy position. We're expecting that buy to take us up to around 1.4244. So if you're on this chart now, expect price to continue upwards up to around 1.244. The current week's candle should close above the closing price of the previous week's candle. So that should be the end of today's analysis. If you have any questions, kindly feel free to post them for me on the chat option. Kindly let's make this a bit interactive. Ask any questions, like the video, share the video, comment, complain, give credits where it should be. So thank you very much. I'll see you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you.